If I told you guys there was a secret world type inside of Minecraft, you probably wouldn't believe me, because I've played this game for 10 years, and I've only just found out somehow. So if we go world type, default, super flat, large biomes, amplified, single biomes, and then we go back to default. So what's going on here? There must be a debug menu, because I'm making this video. Well, if you guys hold Alt and Shift, and then left click, you'll notice debug mode. But what is debug mode? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be explaining what the debug mode is, and I'm also going to be teaching you guys how to use the debug stick. So if you want to know how to use the debug stick, keep on watching. Also, if you notice that you hold Alt and Shift and left click and you don't see the debug mode, just keep clicking and then it will appear. It comes after default. But anyway, let's enable the debug mode real quick, and you'll notice it'll turn off structures, it'll turn off bonus chest, it'll force us into spectator, which I will be showing you guys how to change in a minute, and it will also turn off cheats, which is always on but we can't modify it, which is weird. But anyway, let's create a new world. Now the first thing you're going to notice is we are in spectator. And to the untrained eye, it's going to look like a bunch of blocks. And you're not wrong by thinking that it's just a bunch of blocks. To be more precise, there's over 6,294 blocks. But why is this a world? It doesn't really make sense. So if we get a little bit closer to the ground, more importantly over here to the redstone, what this world is doing is it's giving us the block ID and the block variations with inside of the whole game. So we can see things that we should not really be able to see. For example, we can see every side of a flame, we can see every single variation of redstone, if it's lit, unlit, if it's going up onto another block, if it's going down another block, and so forth and so forth. We can also see all the waterlogged blocks, and we can also see all of the new sign variations. This world automatically gets updated as the game updates as well, which is pretty cool, and we can also see all of the mushroom blocks as well. It's a really fun world just to fly around in and to look around in, but this world does have some weird properties which make it impossible to ever do a let's play within this world. If you do game mode survival, you'll notice we'll do some falling, and then we're not going to be able to fall through the void. So that's the weird thing about this world. And something that's even weirder is, if I break a block, you'll notice the block is still there, which is interesting. And if we give it enough time, the block will regenerate all by itself. Now if I take a block and then place a block, that block will be destroyed automatically as well, which is pretty interesting. Oh, I can't destroy this block at all. It's because the game will do everything for us. Oh, there we go, that block has just came back. And then if I place a block, that block has just been removed. So yeah, this world is crazy. But what is this world for? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this world is for you guys. You guys that are wanting to develop Minecraft. If that's creating custom texture packs, custom mod packs, resource packs, plugins, data packs, whatever you guys want to create, you test it with inside of this world. But now you know that, let me show you guys how to get debug stick. The debug stick is my personal favorite, especially when it comes to building with inside of Minecraft. It allows you to do some things you're not really supposed to be able to do. We've just hopped into my testing world so I can show you guys how the debug stick works. Now you're probably wondering what's with the giant mushroom? Well, the next video will explain it all. It's a Light-Matica schematic that lets me, if I go to paste schematic, load in Minecraft buildings from other worlds. This is a really cool tutorial, and you guys have been asking me to make it for the longest of times, but that's not what we're here for. We are here for the debug stick. So with that being said, let's go down here and we're going to type in a command. So you're going to do /give player, which would be you or your friend, debug stick number 1. The 1 isn't really important, that's how many you're going to get. So if I type in 10, we're going to be given 10 debug sticks. But we only need 1 for now, so let's just go give player Minecraft debug stick 1. Now what does this stick do? Well, not really much. I'm only joking, this stick is actually really cool and really important. So let's just find a random block. You know what, we'll pick on this staircase right here. So if I right click it, you'll notice we can change which direction it's facing. And if we left click it, we'll notice different options like select facing, select half, select shape, select if it's waterlogged or not. So now I have that enabled by left clicking. If I right click it, it is now waterlogged, which is pretty cool. And then obviously we can change it as well. We can flip it upside down, we can change the shape of it, and so forth and so forth. Now something else that we can do, ladies and gentlemen, is if we grab a sign and a block, let's just write don't worry on it for whatever reason, and then if we left click it and then shift right click, you'll notice we've just detached it from the block. So we now have a floating sign, and that's how all those map creators do it. They use a floating, they don't use a floating sign, they use a debug stick to create the floating sign illusion. Instead of using barrier blocks that you can't walk through, now you've got a sign that you can walk through, which is pretty cool. Now sometimes the debug stick doesn't work on all things. I'm pretty sure it doesn't work on normal blocks. Yeah, so it says this block has no properties. Can we do anything with lava? No, didn't think so. Maybe we want to create ourselves an entrance into here. Then, well, we can just mess around. We can right click and yabby-doo. You can do whatever you want. Oh, these iron bars. This is a massive one because I'm a builder, right? And maybe in my building, I don't want these iron bars to connect to the wall. Well, grab yourself a debug stick and right click. Then if I change it, oh yeah, we can also waterlog it as well, which is pretty interesting. Boom, there we go. It is no longer connected to the wall. So left click, right click, left click, right click. Nope, left click. Give me a second. There we go. It's all about learning how to use it, but I've taught you guys the basics. And talking about teaching you guys the basics, subscribe for Lightmatica, the next video to come out on my YouTube channel. If you do have any questions on the debug mode or the debug stick, leave them down below, and I'll answer all of your questions very soon. Bye bye.